This is Soy,
And this is Dyra.
and you're listening to Hair and Whatever.
Unfiltered salon talk. Hey, y'all.
Hey.
What up, what up?
What's
This
happening?
is Soy, and I
Hey.
am Dyra. And we have special guest on the
y'all.
show,
I'm Kenya.
Kenya.
Hey,
Can
girl, hey.
Hey, girl.
Can you
hey.
tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I am a fashion designer, full time.
Mm-hmm.
I make women's ready to wear. My brand is called Sylvia Mollie, and Sylvia being my mom, and Mollie is my grandma.
Mm.
Been designing for many years, straight out of college.
Another vet.
Yes.
Her stuff is amazing too, by the way.
So
thank
cute.
you. Thank
Yes.
you. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I was being a stalker.
Yeah, we sure were, because I was checking out them shorts, girl. You got them on sale, and I'm like,
Yep.
I have to shopping cart that one.
Please do. Please do. Please support the cause.
Yes.
Free shipping.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I might have to do that. Put it in the shopping cart tonight. So what we talking about?
But what we
Yes.
talking about, Soy?
Okay, so today we're talking about who's doing my hair. Like, do you prefer, who do you prefer to do your hair? Is it men? Is it women? Like, how do you select your process? And a process of how to select a stylist or whatever. And our whatever portion is called fashion with Kenya. And actually, and I can't get up my words today.
We have two topics
Right.
today.
I'm so excited. I can't
Right. She
I'm
gets
fumbling my
excited.
words.
We're talking about celibacy too with
Exactly.
Kenya. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But first, let's do the hair crown of the week. And
He's so fun.
He's beautiful.
his name is, I don't even know where he's from, but I saw his picture on social media, on
He's beautiful.
Instagram. And his name is
Beautiful.
Right.
Vanderlei Nagô. He has this afro going on, curly afro.
It's like salt and pepper.
Yes. He got a nice nose piercing.
Yeah.
Nice
Fellas, let the
beard.
gray come on in. It's hot.
Right.
It is.
Exactly. It looks all
hot.
distinguished,
Yes,
you know.
it does.
Yeah. It looks like
Silver Fox.
You look trustworthy.
Yeah. Like you done been through some shit. Like,
Exactly.
like I can,
got
trust
some
a
wisdom.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I can trust your judgment a little bit.
exactly because you have some wisdom.
Exactly.
You
You've been through a few.
know? Right.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get into our whatever. Our hair topic. Who is doing my hair? So who's doing your hair, Soy?
Shoot, you right now.
True that.
Right.
But before me.
But before me, I guess like I've always done my own hair too. I hate doing it, but like I've always done my hair. But when I guess like when I took a break from not doing my hair, I really prefer like women do my hair. Like I just do. I don't know. Like I just feel like I don't know. I don't know why I'm so sexist when it comes to hair. I
Well,
mean,
I am too, though.
are you right?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like I just feel like women know hair more. I know, don't kill me, men hairstylists. I know that y'all know what y'all doing too, but I just that's almost like even like gynecology. Like I just want to go to a
Right.
woman,
So
gynecologist.
do you like that camaraderie, like in the hair salon, like the
Yeah.
women getting together? You like all that?
I like that. Like I'm just like a girl's girl.
yeah,
So like
I'm a girl's girl too.
yeah. So
I hate all that.
You do? You hate
Yeah, I
all
do.
that? Really?
I'd rather be in the barbershop with the fellas.
Really?
I'm gonna put my tight jeans on and be like, yes.
You know what?
Nothing like a man just rubbing on that scalp.
Right. And see, that's what
If
I'm
I'm gonna stay in there for hours,
You
it
want a
better be to
man.
look at some fellas.
I never
okay?
saw it that way though.
But I used to work at a salon, and I swear it was like a whole bunch of men. Like it was like, and they used to be packed, and these were like
that salon?
straight. It was Tom Harris back in the day, and like these were straight men. Like none of them were, like not that I know of. Like
Right.
they,
That's getting rare too. You think?
I
Like
feel
men
like
doing
it's
hair?
getting rare. Yeah. But like they were all straight. Some of them had wives, some of them didn't. But it's just like they had a huge clientele.
Right.
You know, and I do believe it's a thing for like women who like to, be around an attractive man, like doing their hair.
And I think it's a thing for men as well. Like I
Yeah.
know, like the girl that works right next to us, she has a lot of
Oh yeah,
male clients.
she does.
So
Right.
I think it's like you know,
Reverse.
people like that, like a woman, a man liking a woman to touch their, that soft touch, and you want
Right.
the opposite sex to touch you.
I love all that. I love all that. I will sit, cause see me, like I'm bald because I hate sitting in a hair salon. I hate it.
Right.
Yeah.
I just feel like instead of me paying you, I feel like you owe me.
Right.
Because I feel like I've done a whole day's work sitting in this salon all day waiting to get my hair done. So if I'm gonna do that, why not sit in there with a whole bunch of men?
Right.
I
can
feel
see
you.
that.
I can see. I can see your logic. What about you, Tyra? Who do you prefer?
So I'm very picky when it comes to my hair.
No, not you.
Shut up. I am.
Not you, Cancer.
Oh,
You don't say.
Right? You know?
Well, fuck you, sorry. But yeah, hello, I'm a Cancer. So it is, I'm very particular when it comes to my hair, who's touching my hair. For years, when I lived in New York, I had this one stylist, which is the stylist that I used to work with or work for. And she was the only one that touched my hair. That's it. And if I couldn't make it to her, I'm doing my own hair.
Oh wow, yeah.
That's serious.
Yeah. And then that's it. I mean, I've always had a passion for hair. Like, I've always done hair. So it's easier for me to do hair rather than, going to someone else. Like, okay, well, I'm going to do it. I'd rather jack up my hair
Then have somebody else do it
Right.
and be mad.
Well, I
Yeah.
feel that way about my eyebrows. Like I won't let anyone touch them but me. Because if you jack them up, I don't have no bang to cover it.
Right.
that's
Right. That is so true.
I don't have no
Yeah.
swoop I can put over there. Wait till next
Exactly.
week.
Right.
It's over
There's
with.
no grow out process. There's no it's right
No,
here.
exactly.
That's so true. I never thought about it like that. Like, when you have short hair, you can't cover it,
No, they got to get it right the first time.
Right.
Yeah.
So you do them yourself?
Yeah. Although they need a little bit of plucking and fine tuning today.
Right.
But
I mean, you
absolutely.
can't see, but...
I won't let nobody. I'm terrified to let anyone touch it.
Right. I feel you. And that's how I am, like, as far as when it comes to my hair. The Cancer in me. But whatever.
Yeah.
I'm not going
But crazy enough, I'm not particular about a barber though.
No, you can go anywhere.
So you'll go to a woman?
No.
What
It has
you
to be
mean?
a guy.
Okay, so
no,
it has
like it has to be a guy, but like I'm not like stuck with like a particular barber though.
Oh, okay. You'll float around for
Yeah.
different guy barbers.
I will.
So you don't.
He has to be good though.
That's what I was gonna say.
But
'cause women-
how do you select that? Like,
Yeah,
how do you
what's your
select your
process?
barber?
I just be looking on like Instagram, like that's the go-to place now.
Yeah, it is.
Whoever's hot, you
Right.
know. And then for the most part, like, my ex taught me how to cut my own. So when it comes down to it, I got clippers at the house.
Nice.
This is easy.
right.
Right.
Unless I want like some fancy zigzag something
Mm-hmm.
happening, then you got to go to the professionals.
Right.
Because I'll jack that. I tried that at home. It wasn't pretty.
Yeah, but
Put
the
them
thing
in
is,
the
like,
back.
you can always cut it, like, and go shorter.
Yeah,
No, I mean, if you're gonna do the little
it's gonna be
zigzag,
skin.
I know, but if it'll grow back in 2 days.
But you
It
can't mess
will
up that
go
front hairline because some people.
Girl,
you-
been
you-
a snatch. Been what's it? Mm-mm. I'm gonna go buy me a wig for real. Then.
Right. So what's in your professional opinion, like, what makes you trust like a hairstylist?
I think referral.
Mm-hmm.
Like somebody like if I've seen their work before, that would make me trust a stylist. Yeah, I guess referral, I don't know if I've ever took a plunge and just went to like someone that I didn't know. I think I've always
I've done that.
Have you?
That's scary,
It's
though.
very scary. I know, but a lot of people do that. I used to work in a salon, like, Great Clips. I used to work there, and I used to work at I used to work everywhere. And this other salon I used to work at that was mostly straight hair, like European salon. And a lot of clients would come in that were new. I feel like mostly in like, the black and Latin salons, like they're more referral based.
Right.
But like in like European salons, like people would come in and, off the
Yeah,
street, like would
right.
walk in.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one time that I got a curly cut,
Oh yeah. So yeah.
it wasn't because I was referred. It was because like I went on the whim. Like, let me try, the curly cut because it's the new thing.
Right.
And
But you saw her work though first.
I
though.
saw her work, and I even went on social media and was looking and on even YouTube, and and they were like the reviews. You can her cut. You can wear back and forth. You can go from straight and you can go from curly. That's why this is the whole new technique, and she calls it whatever she calls it. I'm not gonna give any names.
Right.
But. And, it was the worst thing I could have done. I learned from her,
Yeah.
in the same, like, when it comes to, like,
Did you
hairstyling. No, I'm not attached to hair like that,
Okay.
She just had me fix it.
Yeah. But I had to cut a lot of my hair, like, as far as, like, my journey, like, I did the big chop. Like, I cut all of my hair off. I cut close to that.
Really?
Yeah. 2 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, for me, like to go back to, cutting, but, hair grows. So,
Yeah.
So
Although I am not like stuck with one particular barber, but I still have a method even though when I go into the barber salon.
So what's your method?
So, it's always that one guy that never has any clients. As soon as you walk through the door, he's like, yeah, I'll take you. Nope, no, you won't.
Who's always in a,
right.
No,
who's
no, you
always
won't.
in a conversation?
I
or
want that
sitting
guy.
in the chair?
Exactly. I want the guy that all 10 of these people is waiting on.
Right.
I'm going to wait for him.
Right.
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 And
And
how
he
do
must be good.
You just go
Right.
to him and just.
Yeah. I'm like, nope. I want that guy. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, who you waiting on? Who
Right.
you waiting on? If it's more than like 3 or 4, yeah, that's what
That's
I'm
who
going
I'm
to.
waiting
Right.
going to.
Instead of that guy, it's always that one guy that has nobody,
Nobody.
ever in the chair. It's like, no, I got you. You ain't got me.
Yeah.
No, I'm
I
straight.
remember taking my son to the barbershop, and it was like that. Like, going. I haven't been in a barbershop in years.
Me either. Like
And
in
so
years.
I remember, like, growing up in New York, like you go into these barbershops because you go in and you walk in. You don't have to
Right.
schedule an appointment. And yeah, it would be those guys like, hey, I got you. Like, you walking up to you trying to get some clientele.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, they're probably just starting off, and they're
Yeah.
probably good. But I get it. Like, you want to just go with the veterans.
Right.
you
The
know?
one that's been that has a long line. and
Right,
Has a lot of
exactly.
clients.
Yeah.
And then it gives you a reason to stick around. You never know who might walk through the door. Be like, oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing?
Stick around for what, Kenya?
See the good looking fellas there.
I love
That's
it.
why you like going to that barbershop.
Oh, I love the
That's
barbershop.
why.
No lies here.
That's a good thing to. So y'all heard. So when y'all go to the barbershop, right? Stick around.
And see who walking through the door.
Be cute though.
Right.
Right.
You never
Right.
know.
You gotta be cute, but
Might
don't
mean-
try like you try too hard though. You gotta be
Right.
like casually cute.
Okay, right. like I just woke up like this.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Oh,
Don't
this
try
old
too
shirt?
hard.
Thank you so much.
Right, right.
I love it. I love it. But yeah, that for me that's it. Like I don't going back to who I decide to, trust with my shit.
Yeah, me too. It's more of a referral thing.
And now I have you, so if
Yeah.
you're going to cut my hair, it's going to be, we work together, so it's going to be, and you can't just go to anybody. Not everybody is a professional.
Yeah,
When even if they have the title as a professional, not everybody is,
exactly.
Not everybody knows and does the educate like the nothing. Like I've seen some cases where
Yeah, we see some mess out there. That's why we got that new segment, because, whew, it's a mess going on out here
right.
in these streets.
All right, so let's get into the slipped into the DM.
Yeah.
So, what's her name?
Tanya.
Tanya. How do I deal with my shrinkage? My hair is shoulder length when straightened, and in its natural state, it's up to my ear. Any recommendations?
Oh wow.
Why are you laughing so?
It's just funny. I get it. Shrinkage is real. I get it. Product, Listen, my daughter, she's a prime example. Like my youngest daughter has the most beautiful curls. Like, was that a word, beautifulest?
It can be.
It can be if you want it to be, right?
I'm not policing your thoughts.
Right.
It is
Anyway, right. So she has really beautiful curls, and she doesn't like it because of the shrinkage. And what I do to her hair is something called LOC, which we put a leave-in conditioner, oil, and a cream, and then let it all dry. And sometimes, like, even with hers, we'll like stretch it out a little bit with the blow dryer to make it kind of hang a little bit so it doesn't, shrink up.
Right.
a
Once
little
it's
bit.
dry,
Once it's
you
dry.
kind of like hold it out and
Yeah.
like, pull it out and dry it to
Right.
elongate the curls.
The curl. So that's a method that you can, do. And it goes back to products,
Right.
like having the right order.
Yeah,
of
there's this
products.
Diva Curl product. It's called what is it? The one we use is like a thicker one. I forget what it's
the
called.
gel?
No, it's the cream.
Oh,
The one that comes in like the
okay, I
little-
can't remember what that one was.
Well, it's supposed to like elongate your curls, and that's another. And I've seen it, like it actually does.
It does?
It's a small difference, but and it's a longer hold. So that's another thing that she can do.
Yeah.
I forget what
That's
the
what I
product.
suggest. That's the one I use.
You use that one? Oh, and it's another one. You're so silly. And I'm all like, yeah.
Really?
Really? Well, maybe that's when she had hair. I don't know. So, but I do like what is the Alpha Par frosted gel?
Okay.
Yeah, I like that one too.
Right.
On certain textures, you can add a little bit of gel, but it depends on the gel. Like you can't just do any gel; it has to be really quality gel. That's gonna do it.
Right.
That's
'Cause
not
that
gonna
one
make
is
the hair.
It's a good hold.
It's a good hold, and it doesn't feel like there's product in the hair because I cannot stand product that feels like it's product in there.
yeah, if that makes sense.
I don't know about gels. I just remember back in the day we had that brown gel.
Oh goodness.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, pro style. That
Pro
stuff.
style,
Oh my
yes.
gosh, you can still smell that stuff. Like
Oh, I would never forget that smell.
That smell,
Yeah.
right?
I would never forget
And
it.
I could still smell it. Like if somebody uses it in the salon and they come into me, I could smell that. I'd be like, "What you got in your hair? You got black gel in your hair?"
Right.
I would
Yeah.
never forget that gel. It used to come in buckets.
Buckets, yes. With the
Or that
and you
99
scoop
cent
it.
little jar from the beauty supply.
Oh my
Right.
gosh, that stuff terrors
Now
stays
it's
in
Eco
your-
Styler.
Right, that's the
Oh, that's the new one now?
that
Oh.
everyone uses.
Right.
Yeah,
You'd be like, oh, what you use? Oh, Eco Styler.
yeah.
I've never used it though. Have you?
I've used it before.
I had never used
Yeah,
it.
it's all right, but I mean, there's more superior gels. No shade to Eco Styler, but I feel like there's more superior
Yeah.
gels that doesn't, feel like there's gel in your hair, but still performs. Yeah.
What, like,
Like-
the weight? Like, not so heavy?
Not so
Right.
heavy, like it's not, like sitting on top of your hair. Like it's
Right.
like it's performing, but when you feel your hair, you don't feel like it's like gel in there, and that's what I
Right.
like. I like stuff that's not feeling like product.
Right. Me too.
All right, so yeah, girl, Tanya, those are 2 cents.
Yeah. So let's get into the whatever. With Kenya.
Yay,
I'm excited.
Sylvia, Mollie.
Yes. So
Hello.
tell us about your experience at Project Runway and
Yeah,
what
she was
an
on Project
experience.
Rain, right, y'all. I used to watch that. Afida Sen.
well, tell us about the show and
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, tell
Well-
us everything.
Okay, so like most, I've been watching it for years, right? And I was like, they have to be absolutely crazy to make clothes in that short amount of time. I'm like, I would never ever go on there. Like that don't make no sense. And one day I was just like, I feel like something just said, go apply. And I was like, why? Why would I do that?
Right.
And so I'll go on there, I look at the application. It's like a million trillion things, videos, photos. When it comes to tech, anything, I'm stupid. Like, I'm
me too.
surprised that I'm even able to like send an email attachment to the
Right.
email. I'm
More or less a
proud.
PDF, right?
PDF. So I was like, video, who's going to record? I'm like, oh, this is too much. And so come the last minute, because I procrastinate a bit, it's the last day, and I got my phone, and I'm trying to do this video, and I put it on there. So I uploaded it. I'm like, okay, good job. But now it's saying it's too long and everything. But anyway, it was like midnight the application was due. It is like 1:30. I'm still trying to upload photos. And like stuff that have like the red asterisk, so you got to put something in there, right, in order to get to the next page.
Yeah.
Girl, I was plugging in anything. I was just clicking on the download button. I honestly, to this day, don't know what pictures they got.
Wow.
It could have been Mickey Mouse. It could have been something strange.
It could have been your nephew.
It could have been anything.
Right.
I was just clicking stuff just to get to the next page, and I was like, I laugh because I'm just like, they're gonna think I'm a fool. And so the next day, though, I got a phone call. And they were like, we want you to go to the next round. I'm like, why? Like, what? Do you got the right phone number? Like, why do you even want me?
Right.
And so went through that process, got the on camera interview, which I was completely nervous because I'm very introverted. Like, I don't like being in crowds around a lot of people. Like, I have to warm up first.
Yeah.
And so I just went for it, and it called me back again. I'm like, these people are crazy. But anyway, the paperwork, is extensive. Like, you literally giving away your firstborn is much paperwork. You bought a house, had a child.
Right. Donated
everything,
blood.
the amount of paperwork it is to go through the process. And then they tricked me and was like, we want you to talk about people who inspire you. And then it was like, huh, you're on the show. And I was like, oh my God.
Wow.
So, yeah. After
so wait,
that,
they said they wanted to, what do you mean?
I got one email one day that said, give us 4 people that inspire you or something like that. And they was like, we're going to have because we would do like Skype calls.
Oh, okay.
I was like, we'll get on. It was like 12 or 1 o'clock. And I was like, okay, cool. We'll talk about it. Because at that point, we've done several of those. And I started talking. It was like, well, we didn't want to talk about that. We just wanted to tell you that you're in the next season of Project.
That is so amazing.
Girl, I was like, all the emotions. I think
much.
I laughed and cried in the same everything. I said, can we call my mama? And so after that, everything just went so fast because you're not allowed to tell anybody that you're on there. So you're 100% sequestered. When you get there, no phones, no computer, no nothing.
Really?
Yeah, the whole time.
The whole
How
time?
long?
Yeah.
How long was it?
All summer, basically.
Wow. So
yeah,
2 months.
especially if you're there like throughout the whole process, like. Yeah.
It's like 2 months of just
no
communication.
phone. I mean,
they'll
so
give you,
even when you go home, like.
Well, yeah, when you go home, but
can
like
have your...
during the week, they have days where they'll say, okay, well, you can have your phone for like 30 minutes, talk to somebody. So I will always call my mom, and then anything I needed to get, back to anybody, she would just tell them because I don't have time to. Yeah. And she's gonna absorb 29 of those minutes.
Right.
So you might have some days where you may get an hour, but it's not. That was rare.
Okay.
But it was an interesting experience for me. Like I feel like for the most part, I met a lot of very interesting people. I mean, I have never been in a room with so many diverse people. It taught me a lot far as, how, and I think we're all guilty. I'm definitely guilty of looking at people and automatically putting in my head who I think this person is and what they're like.
Right.
And being in a room with so many people of every color, everything, but our one common goal was fashion, right?
Right.
So outside of what you look like or everything else, we were able to bond on that one thing. And bonding on just that one thing, you begin to have friendships with people that you probably would have never had friendships with ever. You know
like
what
sports,
I mean?
guys in sports almost.
Yeah. Or just, like I got some good friends out of there who I would have never probably befriended ever in life had I not been on there. And then you learn a good bit. You're in a room where you're not the greatest at all.
Right.
It's people in there way better than you, and everybody's challenging each other every single day, to be great. And so, and I didn't know that I had anxiety the way that I did. It was such a pressure cooker. You get up every day at 5 o'clock. You don't know where you're going.
Oh,
They don't tell you anything. And what you see is real. You have an hour. They tell you whatever you have to do that day. You have 30 minutes to sketch. You have 30 minutes to shop. All that's real.
Wow.
And you're in the workroom all day trying to figure out in this short amount of time, what can I put together?
That's awesome.
Yeah, and it's legit survival of the fittest. I like the most too that we had plus size models on that season.
Yeah.
Especially being a woman of size, like that was cool for me, you know, because I'm like, man, you talk about representation matters. Like we got 18s, we got butts, we got all sorts of things,
Right.
you know, even the smaller ones. And what I also like was even the smaller models who said that on any given day they wouldn't get casted because she may be a size 4 but her butt is too big,
Right.
you know,
wow.
or her boobs
Her
are too
breasts
large,
are too large. Yeah.
or something like that, or she looks too ethnic.
Wow. Wow.
What?
Okay.
That's still real.
Wow.
And so it was awesome to see so many, you know, different models that it's like they brought all the X factors, you know, all
Right.
the odds onto the set.
awesome.
And I loved it.
Yeah.
I absolutely loved it. But it was a crazy experience for me. Very, very crazy. Nothing like I had ever experienced before, but some very awesome memories, I have to say.
And how has it changed? I mean, how has life changed after
Well,
the show?
when I got back home, now I have my phone full time, and the world knows about this show.
Mm-hmm.
And they have sent us home from New York, and I'm standing in the airport, and I'm looking at my phone, and my phone is going crazy. I thought smoke was gonna legit blow from the phone, like it was just going bananas.
Right.
And people are calling, and now it's like you get to see like the real people and now the fake people, because you've been on TV for 5 whole minutes,
Right.
and people who were close to you, now they think you have $1 million, and now you have
Seriously,
the other.
though?
For some reason, people automatically think that because you're on TV that you have a whole lot of money. And I know tons of people who are on the screen right now
Right.
and living just like every day. It's not like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Or they think that because you're on TV that, oh, I want to be close to this person because they're in the know.
Right.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
For some
this
some
person-
advantage.
Yeah.
yes,
Right.
you know, the opportunities is coming out of the woods. Like everybody's ringing your phone now. You know, I'm getting invited to stuff that I've been wanting to go to for years.
And y'all
And
told me
now-
no. And now.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're invited. Oh, I don't want to go now.
Right. Screw your little event.
Exactly.
I hit you up about that two months ago.
Right. It showed me a lot about people, and the good and the bad though. The
Right.
good part is that it did open some doors for me. You know, it gave me a new visibility. People were able to see what I can do, what I'm capable of. And just,
your work is so. Listen, y'all have to like check out her stuff because
well, thank you.
I saw your stuff at what is it?
Global Runway?
Not global, but
Rag
Trade.
Rag Trade.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, that last Rag Trade, that was like one of my favorite. That was the first collection that I did. That was the collection that I did coming right after coming home from Project Runway. I finished that collection in like less than 3 weeks.
Really?
Yes, I promised Angela. Angela's like, you about it? I was like, okay, I got it.
Like I got you.
Man, I was about to go to SCAD and be like, y'all got some Adderall? Because I'm like,
need
easy
to be
that. There was going to be some crack because this Red Bull ain't working. I was in there hustling hard to get that collection like completely finished. And even the day of, we are backstage and I'm still like, I got the
And
machine
it
and
did
everything.
not look like you. I mean, it looked like you worked on that for like a year.
Oh my God. I have never worked that hard. But you know what? You know, when your adrenaline is pumping, you be surprised what you can do. You be
Yeah.
totally surprised. And you know the one thing too, I didn't think that in that experience, I didn't think that I would be able to function without a phone. I'm like, what do you mean no phone? Like no phone just right now?
Right.
But all week no phone?
Right.
You get more done.
You do.
Absolutely.
You do.
You get so much. I mean, you can think.
Yeah. Because it's not the distractions of it all.
Of your
you know?
phone going off like a ding or
Yeah,
you know, like
interrupting
Yeah.
your thought process all the
Right.
time by answering
My
people's-
ADHD is real. Let that phone go off or something happen. Like, I'm like, oh, what's going on?
Right.
And then I'm down the rabbit hole of Instagram, like, oh,
Yeah.
what is that? I don't
you
order
know,
on
they put-
Amazon and everything. Like, and I'm supposed to be working.
Be working, yeah. Like, oh yeah, I forgot. That's me too. Shoot, I need some more of that stuff. Some
Right.
rose water. Yeah, that's what I need.
Right.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be working.
It's supposed to be working or checking emails or something.
But I
now
applied
that,
that
no,
when
wait,
I
now
came
that
home.
I really think about it, you may have ADHD. So
I probably do. Anxiety, all of it.
I know I had self-diagnosed myself with
I
it.
need some CBD oil.
Girl, do I need some of that?
Some CBD oil
I do
until they
that?
legalize this, these edibles and stuff here
Legalize it, yeah.
in Atlanta. I don't know.
Yeah. Do I need that for real?
Some CBD oil.
Where I get that?
They have it like at vape shops
You could get it online too.
or online.
Really?
Yeah, you could order it
But
online.
There's
research
enough
it,
stuff
'cause
in my
everybody's
Amazon
not-
shopping cart
I
now.
know. Every CBD oil is not equal, but find some good ones. I get some. I go to a shop in Little 5 Points, and it's pretty decent. They got gummies and everything, and it does calm me down.
So this is drugs.
It's not drugs. They take
You
the
trying to get me
THC out.
high.
It don't get you high. It's not gonna get you high. It's not. It's not gonna get you high. They take the THC out. And it's supposed to really calm you down.
Really?
And there's some other stuff that I take. It starts with the A. Something.
Adderall.
Not Adderall. That will make girl. Adderall will.
She'll be on the
Listen.
100.
Okay. Adderall. I probably stay up for 5 days. I probably have so much.
I done
like,
stayed up for 3
accomplishment,
before,
right?
a couple
Yeah.
times.
Yeah.
But yeah,
we
yeah, you
talking
may
about?
have it. You may have it. So
What
no,
you
we were
smiling
talking about
because you got some of that
experience.
CBD too. What's it is
CBD oil?
You got some too.
No,
You sure was smiling when she was talking about it.
I know, and I've tried it. I've tried the CBD, but it doesn't do nothing for me.
Oh, okay.
But it also has to do with the fact that I used to smoke weed.
See.
So like I
you
don't,
can't go here and then go down
Yeah.
like
Right.
that.
And
So-
everybody's chemistry is different. you
right.
know,
So I don't feel it at all.
Yeah.
It has to have like the THC in there in order for me to feel something.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah.
you's a professional.
I mean, I don't smoke anymore, but back in the day when I was younger, I did.
Yes, you do.
I know.
On the low.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't.
Low,
Guys,
low,
I
low.
don't. I don't start rumors. But anyway, so tell us about Sylvia Mollie and how long have you been doing it? And
Well, Sylvia Mollie is the name of the brand, and again, Sylvia is my mom, and Mollie is my grandma. That was by default because that was not the original name of my brand, but
I don't know. What was it?
well, I can't say now.
Okay.
But I had I was served a cease and desist letter.
Really?
oh wow,
And I was using this other name, but just rookie mistakes, putting stuff out there,
Yeah.
not, doing the legal
legal
route
route.
to see if
If
it's
it's
available.
trademarked,
Yeah, and
all
all
that.
that stuff. And so it was by design because I'm like, what better? Like now, I couldn't think of anything better, to name my brand after those two.
that's so dope.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, they always threaten me, when you get rich, that's my name. I'm
Right,
getting my hat. Sign right here.
Right.
I
want
But-
20%.
Right.
Yeah, so I always wanted to create clothes that make women look nice, sexy, but not, because like now it's like everybody wants to be naked.
Right. And that's what I
Yes.
was going to say. Like your stuff, it looks sexy, but it doesn't
Yeah.
look like, like
It
my booty
says,
cheeks. I'm not
your
out.
clothes say I'm here.
Like I'm sophisticated,
I like that.
sexy. You know what I mean?
Well, you know what? I'm so glad to hear all those words because that's exactly what I shoot for.
Right.
I want you to be in a room where everyone's like, who's that?
Right.
Right.
Like those shorts are like, so I'm
I
going to
love
get those
those
shorts.
shorts,
Those
yeah.
I
shorts.
like them too, but this butt of mine will not have it.
Well, you can make them. You can make them yourself.
That's right.
Exactly.
That's right. Who says
Yeah.
I can?
Exactly,
Exactly.
girl.
True. I got this.
Exactly.
But yeah,
Yeah.
I want women to look really nice. I'm real big into like a really classy but sexy look. I have a new item that I'm about to roll out, and it's a nice fitted dress, and the back is completely out, but the hem is a little bit longer.
I love that.
Yeah. So we're gonna, play it up. We're
So
not
it's
gonna
like
do,
going to come like right down here.
yeah, completely open
back. Yeah.
and it's a cutout here in the front too. But it's like we don't have to have cutout. We're not out here, out
Right.
here,
On
up
the
to here.
sides.
Yeah.
I want us to go back to looking like ladies, just a
Yeah.
little bit.
Exactly. Just
Right.
a little
Just a
bit.
little
It can
bit.
be sexy now.
Right. You
I
can
like
be
my
sexy
tight
with
pants
a
too.
turtleneck.
Exactly.
Girl.
Or the lady
Yes,
who
you can.
Yes.
I forgot her name, but she's like Muslim and she's like all over Instagram. I think she models or whatever, and she's
I
like
think I know
complete,
you're talking
You know what I'm
about.
talking about? And she's complete. We gave her Crown of the Week one week.
Neela.
Neelam, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just like she is totally sexy, like
Or even
can
what's
be.
her
and
name?
she's covered up.
What's her name? We gave her another crown of the week. What's her name?
Janelle Monáe, yeah.
She's like,
She's
Yes.
always just so.
Always looks
That's
so
just
nice.
so example
Yes.
of like just classy but
But
sexy.
sexy.
Always
as
looks
hell.
so
right,
nice.
and
Like, you
always
don't
so
have to have your
fashionable.
ass out.
You know, like
Yeah.
you don't need that. Like,
Right.
but
No,
But
you,
hey.
you don't. I mean, whatever works for you, but
Right.
it's just so many other ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so and I think about that every time I create. I also think about transitional pieces that, it doesn't always have to go with just that one thing. You may want to
Yeah.
wear sneakers or sandals or,
Right.
at the picnic or to the church or to the party or whatever you
Right.
choose. But at least you know that if I spend this dollar for something that's also quality, that I can wear it multiple times and
It's
it's
a
not so
classic
trendy
piece.
where it's like, oh, it's not in anymore. So I have to toss
Exactly.
it.
Right.
Because I'm too much of a rebel child to be like extremely trendy.
Yeah, me
Right.
too.
Like
So-
I can see myself wearing those shorts in the summer, in
Even
the
the
fall,
pants.
and in the winter. Like
Yeah.
a nice like blouse, like
And you can put like tights under it and some heels.
right, or some
and
like hookah boots.
Yeah, right.
Come on
all
with
of
the
that. Hookah boot, right?
Right, in the
Yeah.
winter.
Give me
you
some
know.
of those.
And that there's another piece that that y'all have to check out on there. It's the shirt,
With the
green-
petal leaf on it.
Oh my gosh, girl! And then,
That
and then you have the
thing-
dress too.
I do have
Yes.
the dress.
Oh my gosh,
Everything is just hot.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was a big thing. Like, so we were on the show and we had one particular episode that was centered around breast cancer awareness. And we had all these women. They called it the Warrior Women Challenge, I think it was. And it was so many women talking about their fight with cancer and where they are and how they've overcome. And it was so emotional because I'm just hearing all these stories. And we had to create something around that. And that's pretty much where that kind of birthed, that whole idea with putting like the petals on the shoulders. And I thought about what women carry on their shoulders every day. Like we carry like almost the weight of the world as women, right?
We sure do.
And so when I was talking to Tim, he was like, just pile them on. I'm like, I'm piling them on, Tim. I'm just going to pile them on.
Make it
And,
work.
Yeah, to the point where Nina thought that we should put it in Marie Claire magazine. And I was like,
Oh wow.
Okay.
right.
You got to tell me twice.
Oh my God. I was so excited when I got that phone call. And from that, like after that particular episode aired, I got so many emails and phone calls about that one particular thing. I said, you know what? I got to bring this back.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so dope.
And so I feel like it's going to be like a staple. I keep getting requests for it, so I'm just going to keep doing it.
And it's a story behind it. I love it.
It is. Everything is purposeful.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is on purpose when I create. So I mean, of course I like it. It's just, you never know, like, what other people are going to think about what you make until you actually put it out there.
Yeah.
And then people say, well, yeah, I like it or not after you done spent all this money to get it made.
Right.
So, but I don't know what else I would be doing if I wasn't designing. I'm like, maybe
That's
I
your
could take up tattoo artists or something.
Makeup or something.
Right.
No, I think this is your niche. I
Yeah.
think you got it. I think you're.
And it's good. If you got
Yeah.
it, then that's it. Stick to it.
But interesting, when sometimes people ask me, am I a hairstylist or do I do makeup? I get that a lot.
Really?
I can see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
And especially when makeup is on, I'm like, they ask me, do I work at a counter or something? Do I do makeup or hair? I get that all the time. I'm like, you guys never ask
I
me.
mean,
if I'm a
hey, you
tattoo
never
artist?
know. I mean, people are multifaceted. I mean, we're not one trick ponies.
No,
all of
we're
us.
not.
So we
Yeah.
can, that's something that, maybe.
You know something I always wanted to do, and I still do?
What?
I want to learn how to cook really good.
Oh, really?
So go for
You
it.
should.
Yeah.
I'm in the mood sometimes to
Yeah.
Yeah.
It depends on my
move.
mood.
Yeah, cooking.
Really?
I mean,
I love it.
you do?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It
I'm
could
coming
be
over.
therapy.
I feel
right.
like you cook good.
It could be
Yeah, come on.
therapeutic. Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about the camp that you have going on.
Oh,
It's like
yes.
that. I was like, is amazing
Right.
that you're doing that.
I just feel like life is more to what we're doing than it's kind of, well, it's not just about us. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, we all have gifts and purposes in life that are not supposed to be just self-serving.
Exactly.
You know,
You're
it's
supposed to give that
supposed
to
to
the
be.
world.
It is, and me, I used to always sit in because years my sewing space would be in my 2-bedroom apartment, and I remember years ago sitting in my 2-bedroom apartment working. And I'm like, I just want to, in my own way, what can I do? You know, I just know how to sew. You know, I'm
Right.
not curing cancer or anything. Like, what can I do? And I feel like I had this vision one day, and it was like this 501, and I'm like, a 501. I never had any desire to do. Y'all know the paperwork to do a
A nonprofit? You have
My
to school me
Lord.
because we want to do
Yeah.
something like that too. Yeah, I know.
It is it's so much. It's worth it. But
yeah.
it's so much. Even now, I'm still going through it. It's so much, but it's worth it. It really, really is, especially when there's a bigger cause. And so I had this idea to come up with this camp. And in this camp, it's called I'm So Fantastic. And in this camp, the first part of the day is that we sit in what I call the social circle and we talk about why am I so fantastic?
I love that.
We all have things about us that's uniquely us.
And
like
what's the name of the camp?
nobody else. It's called I'm So Fantastic.
Oh, that's right. I'm so fantastic.
Everything like you have something about you that's just uniquely you, nothing like nobody else, and we all have that. And I want these kids to know that they have that.
Right.
We're not Bruno Mars or Beyonce. Like you have something about you that's so dope that nobody can take it away from you, and that's going to be your mark on the world.
Exactly.
And every day I want them to give me something that is great about them and them only. And especially with our young people and the suicide and the way it is right now, these young people are offing themselves on rates I've never seen in life.
Yeah.
And I want to uplift them and know that they matter.
Yeah. And they have some value that they can add to the world.
Yes.
We all do.
Right.
We all have
Right.
value
We all
that
do. We all bring something unique to the table. All of us do. And so I want them to know that. And even part of that camp because next year is going to be our full camp, which will be 8 weeks.
Oh, so how many weeks
And so
is it?
this year we're just going to do one to kick it off, but the following years and going forward, it's going to be for 8.
And when is it? Did it already
It
start?
is July 8th through the 12th.
Okay, so y'all check it out.
And what
I
are
am
the
about
ages?
9 to 15.
Yeah, and it's awesome.
That
Like,
is so great.
I know.
That is great.
Love
I love
I just
that.
want the
that.
kids to know that even though they all may not go and be designers or anything in the sewing world, but all things creative bring out all things creative.
Yeah.
And even on every Tuesday, we're going to have someone who has a creative job to come and talk. It may be you who does hair. It may be
I would love
anything
to.
in the creative realm to let them know that, you can't just say the sky's the limit if they don't know what that sky looks like. Give them
Exactly.
options.
And you're sowing seeds, you know what I mean? You never know what kind of jewels that like they that would set off, in this camp that you might be giving to someone.
And it keeps them entertained, like get their mind off of like social media.
Exactly.
And
Looking at everybody else stuff.
and be productive.
No phones during camp.
Yes.
That's awesome.
That's a great
Other
rule.
than lunchtime,
And there should
no
be
phones
so
during
much
camp.
more of this.
Yeah.
Whether
Yes.
it's the your camp or basketball camp or there should be no phones.
It
There
should be a no phone
like,
zone.
More
This is what
stuff
we
like
doing.
when it comes to like trades for little kids.
Yeah.
More that's what I see in you, like a trade for younger adults or kids.
Yeah, but we're also going to do another 501 in the next 2 years or so. But that will be towards all artists, So we wanted to create a safe space and a house for, like starving artists is a real thing.
Yeah.
And there's so many artists that say, you know what, I just need somewhere to be for the next year or 9 months so I can finish this book, finish this album,
Nice.
put this new collection out. Or
Almost
something
like
that.
an incubator.
Yeah, but they
Yeah.
get to live there.
Oh, it's real. Oh, that's wonderful.
They get to live there and have their own space where they're able to create. You don't have to worry about
like
life.
a retreat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's something that's near and dear for me too, because I know what that's like.
Right.
I know what it's like trying to put out that next product. Like, as soon as I put it out, then I'm gonna get my money. You know what I mean? But at the same time, life is still happening. You still got
Georgia Power.
I got studio rent. I got
Right.
apartment rent. You know what I'm saying? It's like that stuff still happens
Right.
while you still trying to be great. And a lot of times, a lot of artists can't be great because they got to deal with life where they
Yeah,
got to go to work
exactly.
full time. And I'm not saying quit your day job while you're trying to be great, but some people just don't feel like they can do both.
Yeah.
Right. That
And
is
me-
too much.
It's too much.
Some
mentally.
people can't be as great because they have both.
Yeah.
Right.
But they're afraid. Me, I'm not afraid of anything. I know what it's like to be flat broke, PB&J all week. I know that story.
And
I know the
sometimes
deal.
that's the thing that drives people's success, is to get into
Yeah.
that bottom.
Because
and
you know
be-
what happens? It makes you fearless.
Yeah.
You know
Right.
what the bottom looks
Exactly.
Yeah, so
So
know.
why be afraid?
You
Right.
know that, hey, it probably ain't going to get as worse than
No.
this.
Right.
What-
You know what I'm saying?
If you step out on a leap of faith, what's the worst that can
Can
happen? You
happen.
go back to the familiar.
right.
Right.
I
Thank
know
you.
how to deal there.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'm going to keep jumping off the bridge,
Exactly.
It's true.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You gotta
Yeah.
be fearless.
You have to, especially if you know for a fact that God gave you purpose. If he gave you purpose and a reason for being, how could it fail you?
Right.
How could it? It ain't gonna be easy,
Right.
but how could it possibly fail you if it didn't even come from you?
Exactly.
Right.
If you wake up every morning and say, I'm gonna do this hair and I'm gonna be the best at it, how could that possibly let you down?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It can't.
Speak, girl.
Yes.
Inspiration here on Hair and Whatever.
We
Yes,
gotta.
Kenya.
Yeah, she got a few gems.
I love hear that. Okay. Exactly.
So let's get into the second topic, which is a great topic, and it's celibacy.
Girl.
Yeah. And Dyra, tell us how the funny story.
So I follow what's her name, Nicole Bitchy. That's what she was known for, and that's what I still call her.
Hello, Nicole.
And she had this event. It was called Pajamas and Lipstick. And I saw that she had a little clip of the event, and it was her who said that she was celibate.
Go, girl, go.
And she was seeing this guy. I'm gonna let her tell her the story because it's juicy when it comes from her. But anyway, I came back into the salon and I was telling Soy about it, and I was like, oh my God, this is a great topic. I didn't even know we were gonna have her on the show.
Now, which is crazy that it happened like that.
Exactly. And here she is, and I want her to tell us the story.
Listen, okay, so first of all, my celibacy was not supposed to last this long. But I don't know what's going on in Atlanta, if there's like a shortage.
Wow.
But I just don't feel like they're here. Or maybe I don't get out the house a lot either.
Okay.
So I don't put myself in a position to meet a lot of people.
Right.
But I tried the online dating.
I was gonna ask, did you have you done that?
I did. I can't do it no more.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm over that. I just
So
can't.
what made you decide to go, cold turkey?
Okay, so I'm just a firm believer in that. Well, nowadays everyone's like, well, we just gonna have sex and we have an understanding. You know what I mean? But sex is just not designed that way. Like, it's very difficult. It takes a very strong person to say, I'm just gonna have sex with this person and try my best to remove all emotions and everything from this situation. We aren't designed that way. Sex is not designed that way. Sex is supposed to bring two people together, but we try our best to say, oh, we just gonna casually do this.
Compartmentalize the feelings.
Yeah, and you can't, because that's not what sex is for. And so I got tired of trying to be that person, or how guys would say, oh, especially, and it always supposedly comes from the girl, and it's like, oh, I really like you now, and it's like, and here's the guy like, oh, but wait a minute, we just supposed to be friends, like, what happened? Now she's the crazy girl. But I'm like, no, sex happened, and what was supposed to naturally happen did happen.
Right.
It just didn't happen for you, but it happened for her.
Right.
And so I say, okay, I'm over it. And then especially, I wanted something real. I didn't want just a physical connection with anybody. Like, I wanted to share like this. I mean, the most intimate thing that we could possibly do with our bodies and ourselves. I wanted to now share that with somebody who say, you know what? I love you, girl.
Yeah.
Like, I love you too, boy.
Right. Of substance. You want some substance there.
Right.
You didn't want it just to be casual.
No. And even in dating, I think that in dating, we don't give ourselves a chance to really get to know the person that we're dating. This is the average setup. You meet somebody, you probably go out once, if twice. After that is, you come into my house or I'm coming to your house. It becomes like a hookup situation.
Yeah.
And then
It's
like
very
the dating
microwave.
part.
Right.
Yeah, the dating part is pretty much over. The date was just so you guys can get together that first time.
Right.
But it's like it doesn't continue.
There's no
So now-
courting. And I think the
No.
technology too, like is designed that way to have that type of atmosphere now, because it's like we're in a swipe, with the Tinder and all these things. It's like, okay, swipe left, swipe left.
Oh, I swipe
It's
left
very-
more than right.
You know, so I think that the environment of it is so fast as well, and people really don't have patience.
Dating is so annoying because I get more what you doing text message or emojis than I do conversation.
Right. And I don't even think people know how to do that anymore.
No.
Right. They don't even know how to pick up the phone.
That's bad. See, like when Christian and I first started dating, like we did long distance. So that I didn't have a choice but to get to know him.
Right.
And I think because of that, he became my best friend.
Right.
You know, like, and that's what all relationships should be.
Yeah.
Let's talk, like, and
a
actually
foundation is what y'all created.
Right. And actually figure out if we like each other for real.
Right. The fundamentals.
You know?
Because what happens when you throw sex in there,
there's confusion.
Yeah. Now you're cloudy. You don't know what you like. And don't let it be great.
Right.
You really don't know what you like.
Right.
You chasing behind this man because, like, this is the best thing in the whole. Oh my God, this is so great.
Tell us about that, your ex.
Well, I dated a guy who, it was just great. Like, the sex was just, it was like
the moon, the stars,
all of it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
universe.
Yeah, orbits, everything, shooting star, like all the stuff,
Dimensions.
right?
Yeah.
Dimensions.
Yes. And so, and I was going through that phase where I was trying to like cut it off, but I even tried blocking his number. That didn't work. I had to get a whole new phone.
Are you serious? You even knew the number after you blocked it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried blocking. I tried everything to get away from him, and eventually I did. But what I wanted to know was, because outside of sex, like we didn't have a lot to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
We really didn't allow ourselves really to get to know each other. It just became a situation of when I'm free, you're over, and vice versa. I'm over, and it was very little like dating and stuff, and this for a very long time.
Really?
Very, very long. Over a year, maybe longer.
Wow.
He was.
And you feel like you just never had that connection, like.
No, and then I just cut it off, and at first he thought I was joking,
Mm-hmm.
and when I tried, and I didn't really like him at all. And so now I want to be in a position where like dating now is so much easier because one, I put it on the table immediately. I just feel like it's fair to let you know that
this is what
even on your best attempt, it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. Right.
And then, just like in your situation, it gives you a chance to really get to know who you're dating, because what if you don't like this person?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's like, that's just another person you shared yourself with.
Right.
You may not like them. And then like in sex, I want to do all the stuff. If we don't really know each other that well, I can't be as free as I want to be. I'm holding back.
Right.
And
I feel like sex takes time too. Like you gotta like get to know my body and what I like. Because,
right. But how can he get to know your body and you met him yesterday?
Exactly. Yeah.
He don't know you like that.
Right.
And how long has it been?
Girl, 4 years.
Okay.
Oh wow.
4 good years.
4 years.
I guess.
I mean, okay, now I'm gonna be a little bit more, but I mean, do you like?
Listen, you have no idea. Okay, so look.
For yourself?
Yes. So listen, you have no idea how many times I have like thought about just bringing the UPS man in the house and being like, I don't even think he know what's gonna happen today, but it's going down today.
The Amazon driver.
And he's cute too. This UPS guy is good looking.
Really?
He is. And I asked him and he said that he was single.
What?
So yeah, I remember. Well, see, now I'm telling y'all my business, but last year, like I had a package coming and I tracked it and I was like, okay, he's coming today. Mm-hmm. I came to the door with no clothes on.
You know what?
No fucking way.
I came to the door
trying to get that package
with no clothes on, trying to seduce nothing.
And you open up the door too?
Wide open.
I bet you the UPS people have so many stories.
They have to. They go in people's houses. Right. People open their door. I can only imagine.
No. Back to the... What happened? Like, what did he say?
So when I opened up the door, I mean, he was like,
that's hilarious.
So then he has my box and he's just like,
yo, you go ahead and sign
here. And I was like, what? Love it. I was like, it's hot. You want to come in? Right. He was like, no. I'm like, you sure? I'm like, feel free to come in. And then I'm like, Kenya, really? This is a real
That
desperate
is
move here.
hilarious. And this was in the time that you.
Yes, and because I mean,
you was
just
having a
being
breaking
human,
point?
I'll be having times where I'm just like, screw it.
This.
But then I say, you know what? If I've waited this long, I really got to just see it through. And although I really don't think that there's a lot happening in Atlanta as far as dating, but I'm really still optimistic in thinking that, you know, my hot, sexy, fine husband, like, he's out there.
He is.
He is.
You need
And
to
he's
just really-
waiting.
Right.
He
But you
is.
need to also put yourself in positions where, like, you
To date.
are available.
I know.
And I'm not saying, like, you know, going to, you know, the bar and, you know, put your titties out and all that stuff.
Because then
But-
he going to think he going to get it. No, I can't do
Exactly.
that.
But it's just more, you know, going to, like, if
Places of the interest that
Right,
you know that
exactly.
maybe you and your guy
Events.
would go.
Yeah.
or you go to an art museum or
I do need to
whatever.
get out more. I really, really do. Because the online dating, I'm over that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
There was no substance on there.
yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of
None.
times, you know, people are just looking for hookups. Even though I've had clients that had great success
Right.
off of.
I've met some great people on there, but nothing that is promising.
Yeah.
Right. And and you never know. Maybe you can stay on there and maybe you can
Uh-uh.
maybe your husband
You over
No,
maybe
girl,
your
I'm
husband is still in his other relationship.
it? That's right.
could be.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation.
And the
Yeah.
thing is, you know, sometimes maybe you're not, you know, at your place that
Where
you need to be to attract that person. Because sometimes that's that too. You know, you don't
It
want to
is.
you want the two people to be at their highest self when they come together.
Absolutely.
You know,
Absolutely. I think that I'm a firm believer in you need to be 100% whole before you get into a relationship.
Exactly.
And that doesn't always happen.
Yeah.
Like, you know, sometimes and when are you 100% whole though?
Well, just, you know, a lot of us, we bring
Yeah.
old relationships and baggage and so much. I mean, we
Absolutely.
all have some stuff. And basically in any relationship, you go into it saying, look, this is my stuff. Can you deal with it? This is your stuff. Can I deal with yours?
And that's maturity. But
Mm-hmm.
let's talk about when you're not there as far as like mentally and you don't even know that you have all this baggage.
Because a lot of us don't.
No.
yeah,
And then I feel like, you know, the creator, God, he puts people in our lives that help us kind of like, okay,
Good
well,
and bad.
good and
You know,
bad,
you
and move
gotta-
to the next level.
Right.
You know,
that, you know, you got to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you know, I got to fix this shit, you know, in order to get.
Yeah, I think that weekly, and and especially as I get older, I feel like weekly and monthly, I'm doing some self inventory, a lot
Yeah.
of self reflecting on
Absolutely.
the good, the bad, what I could be doing differently. How can I better me?
Yeah.
Because even being single, I say, okay, well, the best I can do right now is continue to work on myself,
Yeah.
Right.
continue to be the best me, and then when he shows up, then okay, great.
right. This is,
No, okay,
you
great.
know, I'm here.
Right.
Honey, come on home. Honey, come on
He's
home.
out there. He is out there.
Come on, sugar. I'm a cook.
I'm going to keep you warm at night.
All that.
Right.
Yes, I'm traditional, honey. I'm submissive and all that. Come on, baby.
Yeah. So like that's a good topic too, like talking about like are you a, you know, submissive,
Yeah.
you know?
I am very much. Well, I
Yeah.
grew up in a very traditional household. You know, the men in my family are great providers. They took good pride in being able to provide and protect, you know, their households.
Yeah.
And in return, the women took great care of them because they were great providers.
Yeah.
Right.
And I still feel like that's what a man is supposed to do,
Yeah.
protect and provide.
I feel like that
Right.
as
And
well.
if you can't protect and provide, why are you even dating?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, no, I don't have half on the mortgage because I'm not your roommate, honey. Get
Protect,
it
provide, and
together.
profess.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And I feel like that's what they're supposed to be, you know, and in return, because like women, we're incubators. You know, we don't start anything, you know, how they say, you
Yeah.
give us a house, we give you a home.
Yeah.
Right.
You put it in there, I'm going to give you a baby. It's like you started and let me finish it. You know, I can only rise to as far as you let me.
And you know what? I feel like even, you know, because I've been told in relationships that I'm alpha, that I'm an alpha woman. But even the most alpha woman, I feel like, you know, women still want to be led. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want to have to figure out everything.
No,
you
we
know?
don't.
Like,
and we
that's
got
not
your
attractive.
back, but
Right.
Yeah.
can you do it?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly.
Can you? What we doing? So what we
Exactly.
talking about?
Yeah.
Do I have to think about it? Like, I don't want it.
I don't want to think
I don't
about
want
it
to think
today.
about it.
No.
Not
Like,
today.
what we doing? You know, so
I just want you to call me up and be like, hey, I know this is your favorite thing. So and so is in town. I got us 2 tickets here.
Thank you.
Let's go.
Not, hey, what you want to do?
Right, what you want to
Yeah.
do.
And I don't mind
know,
giving
Negro.
suggestions, but not all the time.
Right.
Like, show me who you are
Exactly.
and what you can bring to the table.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree.
I'm looking for Mister. And see, that's what Mister do. Mister say, I got this.
Yeah.
And in return, I got him.
Yeah.
Right.
It's true.
You got me, I got you.
Because it gives you motivation to do for him.
Absolutely.
Because
If you got
know,
a great man at home, you'll be a fool not to take care of that great man.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You'll be a fool.
Right.
Because let me get my great man, honey. He gonna be all right. He gonna be all. When I say all right,
Yeah.
honey,
You got
he
the
gonna be
organic
all
fruits
right.
and stuff at
What?
the grocery store.
Honey, I
right?
got the dry cleaning. Don't worry about that meal, baby. I got you.
Right.
Right. I'm cooking tonight.
Oh,
Yep.
he good to go.
Yeah.
See?
He good to
And
go.
it gives
And
you
we both
motivation.
business minded too. Oh, we
And
gonna be
it gives-
good.
It gives you motivation.
Exactly.
We're gonna be real
If
good.
your man is taking care of you, like, babe, and I love, like, when a man is like, thank you for this, you know, thank you for cooking. And we should do the same thing.
Yeah.
Babe, thank you for taking care of, like, the dishes or,
Yes.
you know, for,
You
you know,
should.
watching the dog.
Right.
I don't, you know, whatever it is.
Because either way it go, like even if you're married, like you don't have to.
Yeah.
Right.
Nobody said that these are the rules that you have to do.
Exactly. And then when somebody does it, at
Yes.
least appreciate it.
Yeah.
You know? That's it. That's all
But
I'm asking
even
for.
even without even saying, but that's just like if you have somebody who's a man who's good to you, naturally you're good to him.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
it's not even, oh, I do more or they do less. It's like everybody, both of you are like competing to like be able to take care of each other on that
Exactly.
same
And that's
level.
how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially now
Absolutely.
that is like we're both, you know, getting the
Outside
bread.
the household.
Yeah.
working,
You know, we're both
Especially now,
like,
women are out here getting it.
yeah.
getting it.
Totally doing their thing. I mean, totally doing their thing. And that's another problem in dating too.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
finding
Yeah.
somebody like I'm an entrepreneur and I work all day and I try to really go hard, which I'm trying to have a life too and set up my schedule, but you meet a lot who don't get it.
Right.
And for me, I feel like I have to be with even if I have a guy who has like even a corporate 9 to 5, but someone who understands that I'm out here trying to get it. And the
Right.
best thing
Yeah.
you can do is just be supportive.
Supportive.
Right.
Yeah.
Be that cheerleader for me. You
Right.
know, if you know I'm at work all night, hell, bring me a 5-hour energy. Don't tell me to come home.
Exactly.
You know,
Bring you exactly.
Yeah.
it's just someone to just understand like what I'm trying to do because there's so many things that I want to do, but I understand that, you know, my mom says, well, if you marry, honey, that husband is not going to appreciate you being at work at 3 o'clock in the morning. He's going to say, bring your tail home. And I'll be like, I'm coming home, husband. Yes, I am. And so, but I want to switch that up, but even still just to find somebody who just gets it.
Yeah.
Right.
I
Because
need that.
sometimes you are going to be there.
Or
until
maybe
3
he'll
o'clock
come
in
up
the
there
morning.
and help you cut fabric. I mean, you know.
Exactly.
Right. Like, why
Exactly.
it can't be that, you know?
Yeah.
Right.
Instead
right.
of like, come home. You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
Fuck out
Like,
of here.
Bring me a
we trying to
sandwich.
get it. We try. Thank you. Bring me, you know.
Right.
Bring me a sandwich.
Get this money how Cardi B
Right.
says.
Right.
And then we can both stay at home.
Thank you.
Right. Take
Shoot.
vacations.
You know what I
and
mean?
shit.
Both of us
Right.
on the beach working.
Huh.
Right.
Come on now, beach working.
You know.
I'm gonna be all fat in that bathing suit. Yes, I am. On the nude beach too. Come on, 232 pounds.
Come on, husband.
Girl, he gonna like all this 232.
All of this.
Yeah.
Mhm. Every roll rolling on his back,
That's right.
everything. He gonna
Better
love
affirm
it.
that.
Huh. He gonna
All
love
right.
it.
So, that was great. Like the celibacy.
Yes.
I love that. Like,
That was
Yeah,
good.
it's just in dating, it just makes it so much easier though, really. Because you can go into a relationship with a clear mind.
Yeah.
You know exactly what you want, and it allows both people to get to know one another.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing. Allow yourself to get to know who you're dealing with. And if you want to introduce sex in the afterwards, then do what you do.
Right.
But allow yourself to get to know that person because you may not like them.
Right. And then you
Right.
just gave yourself up, you know, like
Yeah.
you gave your whole, like,
And it clouds
You know.
it. It clouds, you know,
Does
especially
it?
like you said, if it's, you know,
If it's great,
if it's good.
yeah.
It clouds it.
Because us women, like, we kind of like, so women give sex in order to kind of get that, you know, attention from the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And then men.
girl, why you think we on the internet in our phone? Come on now.
Exactly.
It ain't because we got a new
women,
pair of
yeah.
drawers we
It's
want you to
women,
see.
yeah.
And then we want attention. We want, but we want the, we're getting the wrong attention. Like, if you want the attention, then get to know the guy.
Yeah.
You know, let him get to know you, and then you'll get like the affection that you want, because the sex is not the actual affection that you really want.
Yeah.
You know,
That's a temporary fix.
It's a
exactly.
exactly. You
'Cause
want
you're
that other
still
kind
lonely.
of attention.
Right. And
'Cause
then
soon after
and
it's
then
over with,
sometimes
he
when you're
going home
having
and you
sex
still
with
in
these
that bed by yourself.
right, and then when you're having
Exactly.
sex with these guys, like they're you're not even coming.
They
they're
don't
not
even know
even
you.
yeah, they're not even taking the time to actually fuck you right. They're only
Right.
getting like what they want.
Exactly.
You know?
No, and the best part is the intimacy.
Exactly.
Right.
That's the best part.
Right.
But you don't get that. Not with somebody you don't know.
Right.
He's not worried about caressing you and touching you and what makes you tick. He don't care.
Right. After
Yeah.
after you had sex, like you want to lay with that person. You know?
You're not doing that.
Right.
You ain't doing that.
I'm laughing at our engineer.
Right.
Becky.
You just
Right.
want to know, do you have a wet hind parts? Is the hind parts wet? Oh, it ain't.
Right.
Well, let's get it there. How do we do that?
Right. So true.
Then you go home. And you in your bed all lonely again.
Right.
It's raining outside. You know you want to cut
Set
it.
the mood.
Right.
Right.
Seriously.
And he gone.
Exactly.
right.
Why you got to go home? I wasn't finished.
But wait.
Really? I'll cook you something.
So let's that concludes that
You
part.
want a bowl of
But
cereal or nothing?
Some brownies.
Right.
let's get into stop doing that shit.
Right.
We're calling you out.
Cause y'all be out here wilding, yo. Like,
So we found this this girl
it's
on
just-
Edge's feed. Like I didn't even
and
know.
first of all, it's a whole
Page.
page dedicated to some damn edges.
Like why?
we calling you out.
Like a movement or something?
It's a whole edges movement, girl.
Yeah.
Like a whole.
Like I really researched edges, like a hashtag edges.
just so
because
silly.
people are
It had
like
to been like a million posts.
like you have no idea.
like crazy. Like people are really obsessed with edges.
So
But-
should I get me a fade and then get me some, like, grow this part
Girl, I
out?
haven't seen people draw some on.
Shut your mouth.
I'm not lying.
So now the
See?
Koreans going to be
so this
tattooing.
girl,
Oh, they're gonna be having a little hair where you can just buy the little edges.
Oh, you want edge? I do for you.
right? So this girl, right here, right?
I can't handle this video.
She whatchamacallit?
She has relaxer and
She put relaxer on her edges, like she really combed them out,
Uh-huh.
and she
She did
had
it wrong for that.
This is tragic.
like y'all really watching this, but like it's horrible. Like why? Why is that serious?
Right.
Is it a special kind of toothbrush that you use to comb out these edges? Or
girl? It's just
Insane.
yeah.
But yeah,
So
we're calling
just
you
calling
out.
you out. Y'all need to stop doing that shit,
so
okay?
you got braids and you perm your
You
perm
she
your edges.
relaxed
Exactly.
her
You
edges
You relax the edges
so the edges can lay down.
Right.
So why not just put the
Because
big
God
habit-
forbid you have some curly edges or some curly hair.
Right.
But
It's
why
just-
is it that much hair out of the braids?
That's another.
And that's another thing.
question.
People are
but
putting-
people
pulling-
are like pulling out like the whole like
Yeah, like
all this,
she'll put this hair right here
and then
and then
twirl
this
it.
and make this an edge.
And-
Instead of just like the baby hairs right here.
So they
It's a
definitely
whole-
using that big bucket of old school gel.
Exactly.
Yeah, like it's really a thing, and y'all gotta stop that shit. Like
Like,
let your
that's-
edges be like
exactly. And it's
you
gonna
know let
break
them
off.
grow.
And stop. And why would you put relaxer on it? Like, is it
On
really
your
that
edges?
serious?
And it's like the thinnest part of your hair. too.
Exactly.
Right.
It's the thinnest part. Like, come on now.
I wouldn't be surprised
It's
if
more
they all fell
susceptible
out.
to yeah, it is because it's more susceptible to like damage and everything.
And she's young, like you could tell, like she's 15 or something. Like,
yeah. Y'all gotta stop doing that, okay?
Yeah,
don't
it's
have
not
to
that
do that shit.
serious to have these edges like this.
Right. Y'all buying extra toothbrushes and everything.
Everything.
Exactly,
Leave
just
that-
for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
So
we're calling
anyway.
you out,
Yeah.
and that concludes
Well, wait,
hair
I
and
gotta
whatever.
call out too.
What?
Stop putting that Beijing on your beard and then hugging me and then that stuff all on my good shirt. All on my good shirt. And I can't even get it out.
That's a thing.
Yeah. I've seen it. I've seen them like the Beijing and the spray on stuff. They be creating all these like it's a whole world.
Now at the same time though, like the little man units, I'm not mad.
Oh yeah, we spoke about that.
I'm not mad at that.
Right.
Yeah.
If we can do it,
They can do it.
brothers
too.
go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But just stop putting it right here, messing up my good shirt.
Right.
Yeah. So stop doing that too. Okay.
Right.
Well, that concludes Hearing Whatever. Thank you, Kenya. Where can they find you?
Oh, I am Kenya Mollie. My business is Sylvia Mollie and allthingssylviamollie.com. Twitter, Instagram. Follow us on sylviamollie.com. Support the cause because if you support me, it's going to support somebody else.
That's
Yep.
awesome. And support her camp too because it sounds amazing.
Yes.
And where can they find us, Toy?
We are on SoundCloud, YouTube, and iTunes podcast. So y'all can check us out there.
And Instagram.
Oh, yeah, and
Follow our
Instagram, of
Instagram.
course.
Don't forget.
Hearing Whatever. And that's it.
All right. Peace, love, and light.
Bye.